Good evening. I am Sergeant Hopley with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office Homicide Unit, here to provide you with an update on an investigation that we're currently working. The Homicide Unit is currently working an active, ongoing, undetermined death investigation in the 2100 block of Alpha Romeo Drive. Keep in mind we are in the very early stages of this investigation, so there are very limited details to share at this time. We are working in conjunction with personnel from the Medical Examiner's Office to make a positive identification on the individual who is found deceased, so that proper next of kin notification can be made. Detectives from our Homicide Unit and the Crime Scene Unit are presently conducting an investigation. And we are asking for assistance from the community. If anyone has any information about this incident, please contact the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office at 904-630-0500, or you can contact Crime Stoppers at 1-866-845-TIPS. Additional details will be released through our PIO once a proper positive identification has been made and proper next of kin notification has been made. I will be happy to answer any questions at this time if you have any. Just keep in mind there are limited details that can be shared at this time.
Is foul play suspected?
We're treating it as a crime scene until we can prove otherwise. And again, we're very early in the investigation, so we're not prepared to release any of those details at that time until a medical examiner makes an assessment and an autopsy has been performed.
Can you confirm, was it a female, a male body?
We are unable to release those details at this time.
My understanding is the dive team has been in the neighborhood for a couple of days searching this area. Is that the case, and can you go into more detail about that?
I can't really go into more detail, but there has been an active investigation that has been going, and it's still active, and we're still combing through some details.
Is there a person missing in this area that they might be looking for?
Again, that's not any information that that we can really release at this point due to the active nature of the investigation.
Any idea how long the body's been in the water or anything like that?
We do not have a time frame.
Do you believe the body will be identified later tonight, or will that be tomorrow?
It would be speculation at this point. I would defer that to the Medical Examiner's Office. We rely heavily upon them to assist with making positive identification.
And how did you all get first notified about, like the body being outside or maybe missing?
Again, those are details that we're not prepared to release at this time due to it being an active and ongoing investigation.
Was the body you found as a person live in this neighborhood?
We don't have that information because we don't have a positive identification on the individual.
And then just to be sure, because I know like back over there you have like the bridge that's over, and then you have like kind of like this retention pond. Was it like a large retention pond like this, or was it kind of like smaller, like towards the back of those homes that were kind of like in the back?
I'm sorry, but I'm not sure if I understand your question.
Like say for instance, like
was the body found in the drainage ditch?
right, and the drainage are like in the main.
Again, we're not going to release any specific details of the investigation at this time.
What are the next steps in this investigation?
So obviously the Homicide Unit is going to be the lead investigative entity on this investigation, and they will begin combing through evidence at the scene, talking to neighbors, talking to anyone in the area who may have seen anything, which is again why we're asking for assistance from the community. If anyone did see anything, please contact the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office so that they can assist us with this investigation.
Are you asking people to maybe look for, say, Ring doorbell video?
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely, and detectives will be out here looking for that as well.
Is there a certain area that you want neighbors to look for in their Ring video? Is it where you guys were today, near that home, or the back of that home?
Obviously, that would be of specific interest, but if anyone has any information about this, we're asking them to please contact us.
Can you say whether the victim, what the race is?
It's undetermined due to, at this time.
Are you guys going to be searching the retention pond for a weapon, possible weapon?
Again, we don't even have a cause and manner of death has not even been determined at this point, and we're going to have to wait until we get that information from the Medical Examiner's Office.
So at this point, you're treating it as a homicide investigation, but it might turn out to be, I don't want to say nothing, but it's natural causes or something like that.
Correct. We're employing necessary precautions to preserve any evidence that could be at the scene. We're treating it, it's an undetermined death investigation at this point, and once an autopsy has been performed and we get additional details from the Medical Examiner's Office, then we will make a proper classification on what type of case it is.
Are there any persons of interest in this case?
We don't have any of that information at this time.
Thank you.